The afternoon sun blazed over downtown Los Angeles as cars lined up outside one of the most luxurious boutiques on Rodeo Drive. But amidst the parade of sports cars and limousines, a sleek black Bentley sat stranded on the curb, hood popped open and steam pouring out. Standing beside it was a woman who seemed completely out of place in the chaos of the street, Victoria Hale, a billionaire businesswoman known for her cold elegance and unshakable composure. Victoria, dressed in a cream designer dress with sharp heels, tapped her foot impatiently while clutching her phone. "Unbelievable," she muttered, glaring at the dead car. Chauffeurs and assistants had been called, but no one was nearby fast enough. She had a charity gala in 2 hours, and nothing irritated her more than being kept waiting. From across the street, a man noticed her struggle. His name was Michael Harris, a 35-year-old mechanic who ran a small repair shop a few blocks away. He still stained his hands and jeans from his last job, but when he saw the stranded luxury car, instinct kicked in. "Need a hand?" Michael asked, walking over, toolbox slung casually in one hand. Victoria gave him a once-over, her brow raised. She wasn't used to strangers approaching her, much less men in oil-stained shirts. "This is a Bentley," she said sharply. "Not some rusty pickup. Do you even know what you're doing?" Michael gave a half-smile. "Engines are engines, ma'am. They all breathe the same way." Without waiting for her approval, he leaned under the hood, his practiced eyes scanning the engine. For a moment, Victoria almost told him to step back, but something in his calm confidence stopped her. She crossed her arms and silently observed as he tinkered with parts, his strong hands moving with precision. Minutes later, the sound of the Bentley's engine roared back to life. The machine purred smoothly, as though nothing had ever been wrong. A crowd that had gathered nearby even clapped softly, impressed by the speed of his work. Victoria's icy demeanor cracked just slightly. "Impressive," she admitted. "How much do I owe you?" Michael wiped his hands on a rag, shaking his head. "Don't worry about it. Just glad to see her running again." That answer confused her. Men usually tried to impress her with flattery or outrageous fees, but this one fixed her car like it was nothing and didn't even ask for money. Before she could respond, a small voice piped up from inside the car. "Mommy, is he my new daddy?" Both Victoria and Michael froze. Out of the back seat stepped a little girl, no older than 6, with bouncing curls and big, curious eyes. She clutched a teddy bear in one hand and looked straight at Michael with childlike innocence. "You fixed Mommy's car. Daddy used to fix things too. Can you be my dad now?" Victoria flushed with embarrassment. "Chloe, that's not how you talk to strangers." She bent down, whispering to her daughter, but Chloe was already hugging Michael's leg tightly. Michael, caught off guard, chuckled softly. He bent down to her level. "Well, fixing cars is kind of my job," he said gently. "But I think you already have the best mom in the world." Chloe giggled and clung tighter, refusing to let go. For the first time in years, Victoria didn't know what to say. She had raised Chloe mostly alone after a messy divorce, and no one, not teachers, not family friends, had ever seen her daughter warm up to someone so quickly. Victoria glanced at Michael again, this time noticing things she had missed earlier. His eyes held kindness. His smile was genuine, and though he was clearly a man of modest means, he carried himself with a quiet strength she respected. "Why don't you let me buy you a coffee?" she finally said, surprising even herself. "It's the least I can do for saving my day." Michael hesitated. "I really don't—" "Daddy, say yes," Chloe interrupted, tugging at his hand. He laughed, shaking his head. "Looks like I don't have a choice." The three of them ended up at a small cafe, tucked away from the crowded streets. Unlike the grand restaurants Victoria was used to, this place smelled of fresh pastries and strong coffee. She found it oddly refreshing. They talked, at first casually about cars and Chloe's favorite cartoons, then deeper. Victoria learned that Michael had built his shop from scratch, working long hours to keep it alive. He wasn't wealthy, but he had dreams of expanding, maybe even teaching young mechanics one day. Michael, in turn, learned about the pressures of Victoria's world, the endless board meetings, the loneliness of raising a child with everyone assuming money solved all problems. For once, she didn't feel like the Ice Queen people saw in headlines. Sitting across from him, she felt human again. Chloe, meanwhile, sat happily between them, drawing little pictures of Mommy, Daddy, and me on napkins. As the afternoon sun began to set, Victoria realized something unusual had happened. For years, her life had been full of people chasing her wealth, her power, her name. But here was a man who wanted none of it, who had shown up, fixed her problem, and stayed simply because a little girl had asked him to. When they stood to leave, Chloe once again hugged Michael tightly. "Promise you'll see us again?" she whispered. Michael looked at Victoria, uncertain. For the first time in a long time, she smiled. Not the polished smile she used for cameras, but a real, vulnerable smile. "I think we'd both like that," she said softly. And just like that, a billionaire's world and a mechanic's life, two worlds that should have never collided, found an unexpected beginning. All thanks to a broken car and the innocent wish of a little girl who just wanted a dad.